Why do women create these very unrealistic lists of what a man must have before she chooses him? I have a couple theories on this. I think there are several reasons why. Some women can have all of them, some can have one. But this is just things that I think about. Now, one reason I believe that women create these unrealistic lists is because some are clearly delusional. They expect a man to be tall, handsome, in shape, rich, successful, be able to work hard and be at home with the kids and the family, and just all these other things. These just crazy. Just the list goes on. And I think that's the delusional side of some women that just create a narrative that is unrealistic because they watch either too many movies, they listen to too many songs, or they have the wrong type of people in their lives. They listen to people that speak on possibility rather than probability. Now, for those that don't understand that, when you're talking to someone that is basing a theory on probability, that's someone who uses real life results to accurately estimate what their potential is. Now, when you deal with someone who speaks on possibility, they will take that 1 in a million situation and use that as the reason why they believe they can have the same outcome. That's not realistic. That's wishing on a star. And I've noticed that those type of women usually don't even have the criteria to get that type of man if he was put in front of her. So that's why I say it's clearly delusion. Now, I realize that there are some women who it can be either insecurity or just laziness. But this next example, I feel it really kind of hits, in my beliefs, the women that don't really think that they have a shot at getting the type of man that they want. So they create this list of things that the man must have, and they stand proud on this list. They stand behind it. They tell everybody this is how I move. They even use the list as the first conversation with a man. And I really believe that this type of woman does that because she just doesn't really think that she's going to get that man. So what she does is she creates a list that's very unrealistic so she can use that as an excuse to justify why she doesn't have a man. Think about that. Think about someone you know in your life that has the most unrealistic expectations out of people. And you know that it's not ever possible, not even for a woman that has everything to offer, the list that they talking about. Think about it. They might be making that list just to be an excuse for the lack of. And anybody that knows the word knows that the devil loves to play in the lack of department. For those that don't understand, I'll explain. God, He blesses in abundance. For example, He gave Adam and Eve the entire Garden of Eden. Abundance. Now the devil used the serpent to attack the lack of in Eve. The only thing they had no access to was the tree of knowledge, right? So the devil operates on the lack of. He'll make you forget the abundance that you have and make you focus on what you don't have. And that's how he operates. So I believe that to this day, the devil definitely uses women to get to men. He definitely will use a woman to get to men. That's why you have a lot of women setting guys up, a lot of guys ending up in messed up situations behind women that have allowed the devil to use them. Okay, so back to my point. These women, they create these lists because they really don't believe that they can achieve it. They really don't believe in themselves. So why not make an unrealistic expectation when you know it'll never be met just so if someone asks, why don't you have a boyfriend, or why aren't you married? Well, I'm looking for a man that has this, and this. To the average person, they'll be like, oh, that makes sense. Girl will keep doing your thing till you find them. And in her head, she's just like, man, I get to sleep another peaceful night without having to explain that I'm not doing what's necessary to find the man that I desire. Now, it's up to you guys to pick what type of women these are, but I would stay away from them. Any woman that has a long list of what a man must have usually has a short list of what she has to offer. Most of the good women that I've ever encountered don't even have a list. They are so simple, and they are appreciative of having a good man in their life. And another thing I want to also say to the guys is, even if you on your strong player shit, man, when you find a good one and you're not in that situation, you're not in that place to want to settle down, give her a pass, man. You don't want to be responsible for messing up a good one. Go out. It's plenty of the other ones out there, man. Play with them. The good ones, don't play with them, because guess what? When it's your time to settle down, you're gonna have to pay for that. You don't want that. You don't want that on your karma, man. The good ones that you run into, give them a pass. And I was good at that. It was a lot that I came across when I was younger, and I just knew I wasn't in the space to be in a serious relationship. I gave them a pass. I can say I've met a lot of great women in my life, so I have no bitterness. I feel like I have to say that from time to time, just for some of the women who may think I'm bitter from some of my videos. I just speak from experience. I have no reason to be bitter. The good ones, they get a pass with me, or they got a pass with me. Now the regular ones, we do what we do. But I would stay away from any woman that is always talking about what someone else should have. Good people always lead with what they have to offer. They're not expecting others to do. Now, when you're in a situation and you're with someone who has led with what they have to offer, and you see that you're not being fulfilled in any way, then of course, that man or woman should exit the situation, because nobody needs to be dealing with people who don't appreciate them. But as far as the list, those lists it's usually like a projection of what they know they don't have to offer. So they are hoping that it can be made up in the next person that they deal with. It is no such thing as a 50-50 situation. Both people have to be whole and complete. So when a person leads with what they expect from you, you should expect to leave. Don't waste your time investing in that person, because they're already showing you how selfish they plan to be. Everything is about what they desire. When are they going to give you a list of what they have to offer you in return for you having those things that they request? If they can't show you that, show them the door.